Hey everyone, this is Taiki. Today I want to talk about feminism in Japan. If you're new to this channel, nice to meet you. My name is Taiki. I am a native Japanese living in Europe. I share stuff about Japan from a perspective of a Japanese person. So if you're interested in a genuine insight of this country or in this culture, please consider subscribing. So I'm a feminist. Some of you might wonder, oh, you are a man. How can you be a feminist? Well, if you look up the definition of feminism, it goes like this. Feminism is a range of socio-political movements and ideology that aim to define and establish the political, economic, personal, and social equality of the sexes. I agree with that. So I'm not particularly in a movement yet, and I haven't been deep in this topic yet. I've only read a book named Women Don't Owe You Pretty by Florence, I forgot her name, Florence something. I'll put the book here. If you're a feminist, or even if she's just a woman, you might have heard of her. She's a British feminism. I think her book was great. I think I agree with most points she talked about in her book. So I feel like in Japan, first of all, women's rights are on superficial level. They are very improving. They have women-only carriage. There's Ladies' Day for films. So on a specific date, women get a discount on the films. Like, I don't know, see the films with half the price. And also there's like a print club, which you take photos with a photo booth, and if you are into Japan, if you follow Japanese content, you might have seen like people taking photo booths with a enlarged eyes probably. These are called print club or purikura. They would say purikura. We call it prikura. Some of the purikura banned men from just going in. So like that, there are lots of places that prioritizes women, banning men from completely entering. So some of the men get triggered, some of the men get defensive, complaining that the country is prioritizing women and making it matriarchal or something. But like these things, like women only carriage, Ladies' Day. Ladies' Day is different, but like print club, purikura, banning men from entering. These are results of like men being too creepy, you know. Japan has like one of the highest rates of molesting. So people just take advantage of the crowd. For example, Japan is packed, right? In a tiny island. There's like, I don't know, 130 million people on the tiny island. So especially in Tokyo, Osaka, like big cities, it's always crowded. Trains are always crowded, and I hated them mostly. But like men just take advantage of that and just touch women's bodies when it's so crowded, and usually women are submissive in Japan. So even if they're molested, they can't say anything back. They are so scared of admitting that they've been molested. As for Ladies' Day, there are a lot more single mothers compared to single fathers. So that's why I heard there's Ladies' Day exist, because women tend to be earning less as well. So that makes sense. And I've seen too many people saying, Japanese men saying, women should serve men, or women should need to be able to cook for us or something. And that's really a patriarchal way of thinking. I just don't like that. I like equality. I want the treatment for everyone, Some people can decide to be a housewife, it's fine, but like it's their decision. And like lots of people who are discussing feminism, at least the ones I know in Japan, they are saying like, oh, because of the diversity, women are not able to choose to be able to housewives, be housewives. But like that's not what diversity means. Diversity is just like giving more options, in my opinion. It's like if a woman choose to be a housewife, that's fine too. That's diversity too. If a woman chooses to work in a company, that's diversity too. It's not it's not like I'm forcing, or diversity is not about forcing women to work in an environment instead of taking care of children at home. That's not diversity. That's like the opposite of it's just being conservative or just being fixed-minded in just a different direction. So people don't really understand what diversity means really in Japan, for example, and they would always say, "Oh, don't force diversity to people," or something. And it's not a forcing; it's just giving rights to people who are different. Diversity is like that. And being a feminist doesn't mean I am being matriarchal. No. I've seen like tweets, women saying, just talking shit about men, and they're just commenting on appearance, saying, oh, like this guy's ugly, this guy is fat, this guy's disgusting, this guy's stinky. So even when just a guy sit next to a woman on a train, she would be like, I don't know, constantly back talking back on him, saying like, oh, this guy's disgusting just by sitting next to her. So that's not good. And if you say that to a woman, like, stinky, ugly, fat, that's a big no-no. Whereas saying that to men is somehow considered acceptable, completely normal thing. And lots of people on Twitter say like they agree with the talking shit about men like that. So I don't think that's a great society to live in. So I'm not being matriarchal nor patriarchal. I am being a feminist, believing in equality of people. So let's go to today's topic of today's video. What is feminism like in Japan? Well, to be honest, feminism is not seen as a good thing in Japan, specifically because of people called Twitter feminists, or we call them tsui-femi. So Twitter feminists are people who have like a pure hatred towards men, and they just tweet things about like being overly matriarchal. For example, like I've seen tweets like, if a man gets raped, I wouldn't feel sorry at all. I hope he dies. You know? And obviously people who are men like me, when we see that tweet, that's not okay. If a man gets raped, I wouldn't care. I hope he dies. That's not feminism, But like they call themselves feminism on Twitter. So obviously that would attract lots of haters. Lots of people are going to be, since they call themselves feminists, people will be like, oh, feminists are crazy, right? So those Twitter feminists or tsui-femi are just attacking men purely from hatred, just because they hate men. And they should be attacking sexual predators instead of just men in general. They shouldn't categorize men, If a good Samaritan, a male Samaritan, gets raped and gets killed, is that okay? If a feminist man gets raped and get killed, is that okay? No. Or anyone, if anyone gets raped and killed, is that okay? No. So instead, because of that, like people see feminism as like insane people. What's even crazier is that there are lots of people agreeing with that tweet of I hope the man gets raped and dies. Some people argue, what if women successfully achieve gender equality and force women to, do the same job as men, like heavy lifting, doing job that requires muscles? I think this argument is missing a point, because gender equality just means giving rights to women and curbing the society to make it comfortable for women to live in. So it's just not forcing. If the society forced women to work in I don't know, heavy lifting job, like the jobs that require heavy muscles, then I don't think that's equality. That's just violation of human rights if they're forced that, So it's still, just like men can choose heavy lifting work or like working, I don't know, white collar job, women should be given more opportunity. It's not like forcing women to be, I don't know, politicians or work in blue collar jobs. It's not like that, I don't think. Feminism is like that. It just means women can choose to be a politician if she wants to, or doctor if she wants to, But like considerably less number of people are working in those types of occupations, because they were all assumed to be like carers. So the education itself, I think, should be changed to enhance the equality, or like giving choice to everyone. Because just like I said, women are typically raised to be carers instead of becoming smart. Especially in Japan. I'm talking about Japan. I don't know about any other country, but I would assume that's probably similar case. So they should have an education first, like equal education, to achieve the equality. Because I think like it was like 5 years ago, or like even more than that, I think like 7 years ago or something, a university, I think one of the top university in Japan, they actually lower the scores of female students who took the test for the entrance exam, to make sure they would take more men than women. That's very shitty. Like that's a ridiculous thing to do. So what the university said, they admitted to lowering the score of female students, right? But what they said is like, well, women are going to be pregnant and get married and busy, and they will be absent from work or something. They just have the assumption of that. But like, from my opinion, these people studied very hard, and you just lower their score, and that's not cool. That's like very disrespectful thing to do. So it's still like lots thing to improve in Japan. But after that incident, I think it's getting better. But it's still like, people are like women are taught to be like submissive and natural carers. Just if you like smile and I don't know, serve men, you will lead a happy life. I mean, I think that's really disgusting. I mean, some people can choose to, just like I said, like some people can choose to be like that. If they want to be a housewife, that's fine. I think that's fine. They should allow anyone. Again, like diversity means giving options, as many options as possible to like anyone, I think. Accepting diversity, accepting people who are very working hard, or people who are staying at home. That's just my opinion. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time.